What's up, YouTubers? I just want to do a little video here. I know you guys have heard me talk about doing stuff on the cheap. There's a lot of really expensive ways that you can go out here and buy a lot of fancy gear and have all your cool Condora or Blackhawk or 511 or all that fancy stuff. I'm not exactly on the biggest budget, so this LBV here I've actually had for like the last probably 15 years. These things though, they go for like $6 now. You can get them really cheap. They're great. They hold your magazines. They do their job. They're not as cool looking, I don't guess, as a plate carrier, but they're a hell of a lot cheaper. Just like my little homemade survival pouch here. I picked the bag up for like $1. Things like that. You can just build this stuff slowly and cheaply without having to. You can purchase a blowout kit or a survival kit, all that stuff. But I like to customize my stuff. That way, I can put what I feel I need in there, that kind of stuff. But I bet this entire vest I probably don't have. If you were going to go out, I bought this stuff whenever it was like the actual issue stuff, so it was a little bit more expensive then, but. If you was going to go out and build this exact same, load bearing system, you could probably build the whole thing for less than $50, my guess. This bag here, which I actually traded 250 rounds of 9mm for this. I have a huge stockpile of 9mm that I acquired. I don't own a 9mm right now, so a friend, he bought the new Mark 25 SIG Navy SEAL pistol. And he wanted some 9mm, and he sold his AR to get the pistol, so he didn't need his bag. So I was like, alright, I'll tell you what, I'll trade you. So he traded me that. I thought it was a good deal, at least especially on my part, because he's going to shoot up that ammo and I'm going to keep this bag, so I can buy more ammo. Got me just a little one of those pouches on there, admin pouch I call them, but they call them BDU wallets or whatever. Just got some pins and stuff in there. But, just doing stuff on the cheap. You can go out and buy a nice, Molly backpack, pay $200, whatever. I prefer, just an old school Alice pack. I've got the old school Alice pack. It holds all my gear. I did modify it with some Blackhawk shoulder straps and kidney belt, which that's a lifesaver. If you're going to spend money on your ruck, do that, because it is really comfortable. I've got some Molly stuff, when I had a little, whenever I was making a little bit more money before I got laid off, took a hit on the economy, all that stuff. I bought some Molly stuff. Not really the biggest fan of it. It is, it is the way of the future, and I see the benefits of it. And there's certain things about it I like. But I think you can have just as quality of gear for less pricing. You got people in the military, been in the military, things like that. They're wanting garage space a lot of time, and they're like, hey, you want this stuff? And I'm always like, sure. I had a guy show up and give me 2 Alice packs full of all kinds of good stuff, ponchos and BDUs and all kinds of stuff, that he got issued his new stuff and didn't need it. And they weren't taking it back because they didn't need it either. So it's you can just pick up stuff here and there, do things on a budget, on a cheap. A rifle option, for being on a budget. Get you an SKS. You can pick these things up. This one here is a little bit more expensive because it's pretty quality, but you can pick up a nice SKS for $200. They're an outstanding rifle. So. You ain't got to have a tricked up M4 with an ACOG and some big fancy flashlight and a Picatinny rail, a bunch of magazines and stuff. That's what I run, minus the ACOG, because they're expensive. I'll buy another rifle. But, if you're wanting to get into prepper, survival, shit hit the fan type stuff, zombie apocalypse, whatever you want to call it, and you ain't got a big budget, there's ways around it. There's honestly no excuse for not having at least 3 days worth of gear. Alright, YouTubers, take care.